Welcome back to FLV. Gonna get right into it. 3:54 on the clock. The sub said it's gonna change my life. So you putting a lot on this, brother. Let's check it out. Okay, I like the beat. Come on.
Prepare for takeoff. Shake them haters off. Nights long, but the days are short. My fingers are sharp. They thought a shark ate your arm. It's barely hanging on. We can do this all day long. My dog can paint your car. I applaud you, did a great job. Drive the rolls right up a horse pussy. Spun a Yui, unruly. I'm in my own lane, it's roomy. Got 100 old ladies like Fela Kuti. You're not loopy.
All right, so if you ever seen me react to a song like this, I call this reality rap. Some people have never lived in areas of violence like this, maybe only seen it on TV or a movie, but never lived it or seen it. So the only way people like that, or even myself, would even live these things are watching it through a movie or through a song. So it doesn't bother me that people talk about things like this. It happens every day, but we never see it. But anyway, I like the part when he talks about my fingers sharp. They thought the shark ate your arm. It's barely hanging on. Shark, you can imagine a shark biting your arm, is barely hanging on. Then he goes on talking about my dog could come paint your car. So paint your car, not talking about painting like with little paint, but talking about shooting it or right. Then he says, I applaud you, did a good job. Drive the rolls. The roll is also a car. Then he talks about spun on a Yui. A Yui, also talking about a car. He says, I'm in my own lane and it's roomy. Lane, roomy. Fela Kuti, I think he had a whole bunch of wives, like 20, 30 women, wives in his lifetime. So all that stuff, I love Scheme. Talked about the car, the road, the Yui, the lane, the car is roomy. All car driving references. So far, man, he's putting words together, scheme together to keep all the scheme together. So I like that so far.
Roomy, got 100 old ladies like Fela Kuti. You're not loopy. Rock got all that sauce, I'm a sorcerer. Niggas thought it was all talk till they caught up with us. I'm the elephant in the room, snuffleupagus. I set the bar and did a muscle up.
Come on.
Life in the fast track, nigga, buckle up. You put your trust in that slut. I was just fucking her in the butt. Enough is enough, they all cap. I call them cap and crunch. And that's for when it comes to this rapping, I got the magic touch. Only King Midas could write it.
So he's staying in the whole car driving scheme. I'll get back to that in a minute. But he says your rock got all the sauce. I'm a sorcerer. Sauce is the prefix of sorcerer. So sorcerer. I like that part. He talks about that later on too, keeping the whole magic scheme. He said he had the magic touch further down, and only King Midas can write it. King Midas had the magic touch, had everything he touched turned to gold. So I like how he brought that up. He says, I'm the elephant in the room, snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus is the elephant from Sesame Street. Then he talks about life in the fast track. They can buckle up. Talked about cars earlier in the scheme and driving in fast lanes. But he said, you can't put your trust in this girl. I was just with her. He said, enough is enough. They all cap. And I call him Captain Crunch. What a bar, man. Anyway, let's go.
Cross my T's with the cream, dot my I with a diamond. Sometimes you gotta remind them, cause where I'm standing over where it's shining, no man's an island. Maybe it's just my time and the stars in alignment. And even though I got the title, I don't feel a sense of entitlement. This the pen they wrote the Bible with.
I like that part. Even though I got the title, I don't have a sense of entitlement. Title, king. You know, when somebody is born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or they're a real high up person, they walk into place and expect free things, for people to stand up and bow for them or go out of their way to make them feel like they're important. He said, even though I have the title, I don't have the sense of entitlement. What a freaking bar.
Fire shit. Now talk about medals on the neck, so we got debts to settle. The cherry Berlinetta look like a red devil. All my shit next level. Step to who you better wear a wetsuit. I'm a wolf, but this ain't no petting zoo. I'm a professional goon, your left naked and destitute. I'm with your bitch in the bedroom, looking like we doing wrestling moves. Power driver, Lady Godiva. Then you ain't need a scuba diver to find you. Well, I'm at Mikasa practicing Tantra. Hang the Picasso in the garage like garbage. Bust the AR to the guard lethargic. One hit the sergeant, parked him. Threw the firearm in the secret compartment.
Real quick, man. He says, step to who, you better wear a wetsuit. So when they talk about shooting and blood and all that stuff, it's wet. You know, so he's saying you better wear a wetsuit. He said, ain't no walking saint, ain't no petting zoo. You know what happens in the petting zoo, right? You pet the animals. He says, I'm a goon, though. So I like all that stuff. And he talked about wrestling rooms and wrestling moves in the bedroom. It says power driver. Power driver is a wrestling move. So all that stuff comes together, man. Let's finish this up.
That's how dark the heart is. We had it the hardest. What I'm sipping came from the pharmacist. I'ma fall asleep. Behind the wheel of the Jeep.
The general's heart. So he's basically telling you what kind of heart he has. The general is the leader in battle in the army, right? So general. Boom. All right, man. There you have it. Clever. The beat was just right. Sometimes a beat like this overpowers the lyrics. It was just right. You didn't get lost. You can get lost after no vocals were in it, but it was just very, very cleverly put together. I like that. All right, man. Thanks for watching. It's FLV. Subscribe, hit the like button, and we out.
Just like music.